Hello everyone, I'm Tobias, and we are back with another quest guide. Today we're doing Twilight's Promise. We're going to explore Varlamore in terms of the history of what's going on here. There's two different lineage, two different dynasties trying to like duke it out. Let's put it that way. For requirements, you need to finish Children of the Sun quest, and you also need 2 combative styles. You can just bring the weapons and some food. Nothing too crazy, just, for example, I'm bringing my Fang melee and my magic shortbow eye imbued for range. With like 50 arrows, that's about it. You have to fight one of the Knights of Varlamore in combat. And he can use protection prayers, so you need 2 styles to defeat him. For combo level being great combo level 40 is good for that one fight. And also near the end you fight some cultists level 34, but nothing too crazy. You can compensate by bringing more food, or bringing actual gear like armor too, whatever have you. Best to not bring your pets or followers, because one of the Knights of Varlamore, you have to lead her to a fountain to sober up, and travel to in terms of food, 8 prize more, center pose is useful, 2 more, and travel to Civitas Illifortes 1 time. If it's your first time, you have to go to Varrock. You can use the Varrock tablet and then talk to Reckless Cento to actually talk to Reckless Cento by the east gate with the Quetzal, the giant Aztec bird, and then he takes you to Varlamore. So the first time you enter this area, this new continent, you have to do that. For subsequent times, you can also do this. I think you can also use a fair ring. For example, AJP, which is very close to the actual city here. So you can use Amaclora to Edgeville and then try fair ring AJP. The first time you need to go through the bird, the Quetzal though. Okay, so to start this quest, make sure you have your stuff. I'm bringing my Fang for melee and my magic shortbow eye for range with like 50 arrows. You just need 2 combat styles. It doesn't matter which one. It could be magic or range, melee, or magic, whatever have you. You have to fight one Knight of Varlamore in the Colosseum. It's not difficult. He's like level 40 something. However, the thing is that he can use protection prayers. So you need 2 styles to force him to switch. 7 piles of food, 7 potions for efficiency, and yeah, that's about it. So let's get to Civitas Illifortes, which is the new city in the main area of Varlamore. If this is your first time, you need to talk to Reckless Cento by the east gate of Varrock. You can use the Varrock tablets, head over to the east gate, and then talk to Reckless Cento. He'll tell you like, you must be the guy who Prince Etzel was talking about. Great to meet you. This is my bird. We use it to fly around across Varlamore. Do you want to take a lift? And then just take the lift with the bird to take his offer. And then you're dropped out into this Civitas Illifortes. And then he tells you like, there's also the tallest twins you can talk to as a starting point. So this entire Forto area. And then you just talk to these twins right here by the palace. The palace is over here in the north area. Right here. Alright. Is this the one? I believe so. Doesn't look like much. Start the quest, Twilight's Promise. Hey, I recognize you two. You were part of the delegation to Varrock. Indeed we were. More than part of it. We organized the whole thing, as was our duty. The prince could have contributed. Do not air your dirty laundry in public, brother. Yes, you, the prince wishes to speak to you. He awaits you at the temple. Where is the temple? On the other side of the bazaar, the marketplace, south of here. Okay. These two reminds me of the Paradox Brothers in Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, down here. And the altar is right here. Bazaar is the marketplace. And then talk to the prince. Actually, no. We have to talk to Metzli first. About the prince. I know your face. I've seen it 1,000 times before. Are you okay? Yes and no. This is our first encounter, and yet I know you better than most. You wear the face of my only true companion. You wear the face of death. Not a good way to start a conversation, huh? Your only companion is death. You should probably get out more and find more friends. You just as your kind often do. Is that how you drown out their screams, I wonder? Hide your pain. Alright, you freaking me out, dude. This got deep very quickly. Is this how you talk to everyone? Few seek an introduction with the sect of Ranil. They spend their days in Wallace's light. The darkness hides an inevitable truth that they prefer to shy away from. So, who is that for you? I am Metzi, Teomat of Ranu, so the high priest of Ranu, which is the moon god here. You, I already know. You were the one who saved my counterpart. So there's two Teokans, two high priests. The Teomat of Ranu is the dark part, and the Teomat of Relish is for the sun god. Sirius is the current Teokan. I'm here to meet the prince here. Yes, you are. He is speaking with Sirius down in the crypt. Not a place you normally find a Teomat of Relish, but the prince desires piracy. Okay. Farewell. Ooh, and then head down to the crypt itself. Enter the north gate here. Head to the center area and then talk to the prince with the Servius. There you are. Nissau adventure. I don't believe you met my father. This is Servius, the Teokan of Relish, and the man whose life you saved. Your father as well, man. Double job. Yes, very fun stuff. All a bit of a convoluted mess. Sirius, to my Sirius. Nissau, my child, it's an honor to meet you. Were it not for you, I may have well been dead. On behalf of both myself and Relish, thank you. Let's not start celebrating yet. There is still a reason why we're here in this crypt. Sorry, by the way, I'd much rather give you a proper welcome on your arrival. However, given the situation, secrecy is what we have to aspire to. Not a problem. The Tolos twins, you met them, huh? Fascinating pair. Actually, I was talking to Metzli. Oh, you met her too. My deepest sympathies. Metzi and her sect play a essential role in our lives. Do not judge her too harshly. You're quite right. But anyway, let's get to business. Sounds like a plan. Kwani. So we have quite the predicament on our hands. My mother is into Abbey, oddly enough, and has tasked me with sorting this out. Someone clearly wants the Teokan dead of Relish, and I have no idea who. All we know is that they are a Varlamorean. A Varlamorean who had access to the mainland before the treaty was signed, so someone of a higher class. Surely that limits the amount of options. Right, you are, Tobias. In fact, it limits them to just a few members of our little delegation. In other words, myself, Sirius, the tallest twins, and our retinue of knights. Only these folks. Nothing was of me. I'm guessing wasn't you either, father, who tried to assassinate yourself? Nope. Alright, so that's 2 out. So, there's only a few more people left to investigate. The Taurus twins and the Knights. Ineas and Furia are loyal child of Relish, sure. They do not wish to see my death. Right. Those Knights, well, also, those Knights are also loyal children of Relish. But I agree, they're far more likely candidates. Let us investigate everyone. Investigate the Knights first. Service until matters are sorted out. You should remain low in the capital. Inside the palace is the safest for you. Nonsense. I'm in Teomat Relish, and I have a duty to the people. I must return to the Teomat at once. The Teomat doesn't offer protection of the palace. You'll be an easy target. I am the chosen messenger of Relish. He will not have me cower and hide. I will return to the Teomat. This is a bad idea. That's definitely going to blow up in our faces later in the quest. But it seems you have made your choice. I insist that you let me follow you personally, so you don't get killed. My child, I would be delighted to have you as a traveling companion. Tobias, since Sirius seems to be so keen on letting this killer have another round, you need to investigate the Knights on your own. Sure do, man. Kwani, head up to the palace and find the Taurus twins. They have dealt with all kinds of fun admin stuff. Don't know where those Knights can be found. Right away, man. Then it sounds like we're good to go. Teamer and may the sun light your way. Teamer my child. Teamer I don't know what that means, but I guess great for you. So head back to the Taurus twin. They're gonna be inside the temple, inside the palace, and not outside the palace anymore. So they're no longer here. Head your way further inside the palace. There they are. It seems the prince has new chores for us. Yeah, you don't know that. Why else would he send the adventure back to us? You're quite a pair, aren't you two? Thank you. I do not believe that was a compliment, brother. Well, let's get to it. What does the prince need? He asked me to investigate the Knights who were part of the delegation. He suspects one of them have been involved. Has he forgotten that he himself led the Knights of Varlamore? Surely he'd be the best place to deal with any of their wrongdoing. He's saying that he's staying with Sirius in case there's another assassination attempt. It is wise to keep the Teocan under close protection, and we were all placed to support this investigation. If you say so. The delegation consists of 6 Knights. Given recent events, I request that they make us aware of their activities. I suggest you seek them out and ask them to return here once. Arun and Claudia should be at the bazaar, the marketplace. Nell will be at the Corthon, which is the dog. The Lamb and Essie are somewhere in the outer fortress at a bar, and the Mazan is inside the Colosseum. What if they refuse to come to me? The crest I give you will make you a representative of the Queen herself. Show it to them, and they would not refuse you. Not unless they fancy reveal themselves as a traitor, which doesn't seem likely. Alright, there we go. Thank you, man. So the order in which you find the Knights, collect the Knights, doesn't matter. Alright, so the first one I'm going to do is Arun and Claudia inside the bazaar, the marketplace. It's very close by, just straight south. Inside the center of the entire city. And there they are. Make sure you have the crest with you. Hello there, Nisao, can I help you? The Taurus twins need you to return to the palace. Huh. Do you have proof? Here is the crest. Okay, well, we can't leave here yet. I'm trying to do something here. What do you need? A band of thieves has been active here. We tried to come up with a plan to track them down. We planted a nice shiny amulet on one of them, on one of the stalls for them to steal. Surely enough, it is stolen. So now we have to find out who is carrying the amulet, and then we can track down the rest of the groups. How can I help? Beat them at their own game. Pickpocket the one that has the amulet. So, okay. So the one that has amulet is the second lightest blue. I think this guy, yeah, this guy in northwest. Yeah, so this guy has amulet. The second lightest shade of blue for the robes in the northeast area. And then give him the shiny amulet, stolen amulet. Do you have it? Here it is. That man in blue over there had it. Good work. He will lead us to those thieves. So you go back to the palace. Aye, aye, Captain. Good luck. Alrighty. So now let's talk to Nell, who is in the dock here in the southwest area. Hello there. On behalf of the Tallest Twins, you must go back to the palace immediately. Do you approve? Here's the crest. Fair enough. I'll be happy to return. However, I have some work here. Okay, what do you need? With the recent opening of the kingdom, the Corthon, the dock area, has become much busy. Good for business, of course. Not so good when it comes to smugglers. We had a tip-off that there has been a ship involved in weapons smuggling, but we have no idea which one. If you can find a crate of weapons and tell me where, which ship delivered it, I'll know. Easy enough. Alright, so the crate should be on the docks rather than a ship. It's a standard size and not part of a stack, so just like hanging by itself. So not like this. It is directly next to 2 barrels of fish and opposite the bench. Good to know. That's a very precise description. So it's over here. This is the crate she's talking about, all the way over here. In the northeast area of the docking station. 2 barrels of fish and a bench right there. You search the crate and you find it full of weapons marked. The crate is marked the Fortis Spark. So that is the name of the ship that is delivering those weapons. And now head back to the night. There we are. And you luck find the crates. The Fortis Spark. Perfect, my work here is done. Team Avoy, great. It's 3 down. Next will be Mazan inside the actual Coliseum, right here. We'll enter into the Coliseum and do a bit of sparring with the guy. Headway to the northwest area. There we are. Hi there. I'm waiting for someone. Well, he might be needed back at the palace. Here is proof. Brand new here and already working for the brand new in this area and already working for the prince. Strange. Maybe, but you're needed back at the palace, please. I'll return eventually. First, I need to train some more. It seems my training partner is a no-show. Perhaps you can teach me a thing or two and take his place. I can? Yes, join me in the Coliseum for some training. Once we're done, I'll return to the palace. You need 2 combat styles to fight him because he can use protection prayers. So you need at least two styles to actually fight him. Bring 2 attack styles in with you. I want some variety. And it will help me test my faith in Rallus, his protection prayers. I'm ready. Let's do that. Kwani. Man, so enjoy a nice spec. So after there it goes. After like 3 or 4 hits, he changes his style. So you just have to change your combat style as well. And yeah, that's the entire fight. And there you go. You fought well. I should train with you more often. There you go, my man. Perfect, thanks. Alright, that's 4 down. And then there's only Valam and Azali for me. So we'll head outside here. They are inside the pub here on the south side of the outer fortress, which is the outer area of the city here. There is the pub right over there. And there they are, the knights. Okay. Hello. Look who it is. I know you. Exactly. I told you not to let her have that one, man. Look at you now. Stop whining, I'm fine. Tallest twins back at Palace, please. The report? I don't think so. It's our day off. This crest say otherwise. We can't show up at the palace like this. Look at her. She's barely standing. We need to sober her up. Where's the nearest fountain? There's one by the gate, southeast. Please help her sober up. How exciting. So you cannot have a pet or follower with you, otherwise she cannot follow you. And you slowly lead her to the fountain. Occasionally she'll stop and you just have to talk to her again. That's about it. The fountain is a bit more. There we are. Right there. This way at the alley. Okay. If you go too fast, she will stop as well. So use up. Oh, there you go. There he goes. This way, my man. I was there. There we go. Oh boy, that feeling better? Not exactly. Well, make it work. Please head back to the palace. Fine. I've had worse days. Before you leave, return to Varlamore. So now she knows to go to the palace. Varlamore is still left hanging right now, so let's talk to him again. Hello again. Thanks for the help. I'll also head to the palace now. Miss Al. Okay, so now all 6 knights are back at the palace. So return back to the tallest twin inside the palace. Have you spoken to all the knights? Yes, they'll be here soon. 6 knights, only 1 traitor. How do you know which one it is? I'm guessing asking won't work. After they were picked for a delegation, the knights were granted beds in the Quatsi headquarters, just west of here. Perhaps investigate their rooms. We'll keep the night busy until you're done. Okay, I'll be back. So the headquarters is gonna be over here. Head away out of the palace and over here. And then we're going to head our way upstairs to the 3rd floor. So 2nd floor, and then one more go. And now enter the southwest room and then search the chests for an incriminating letter, and then read the letter. Alright, once you have read the letter, return to the tallest twins inside the palace. Did you find anything at the headquarters? I found a letter for one of the knights. It seems Varlamore is our traitor. Are you sure? The letter is directed to him to arrange the death of the Teomat. He mentions Twilight's promise and something called the Final Dawn. Alright, that should be fun. Let us see what Varlamore has to say. Varlamore, step forth. Varlamore, you have been found to be a traitor to the kingdom of Varlamore. What? I don't understand. We know you tried to arrange the murder of the Teomat and Rallis. Do you have anything to say about this? This isn't true. Someone must have set me up. Your lies mean nothing here. Your guilt has been proven already. No, this isn't right. For you, this is the only thing that is right. The rest of you are dismissed. You killed him. What were you expecting? That we invite him to dinner and drinks? I don't know how they do things where you come from, but that's how it works here. The traitor is now dealt with. We should question him. We have no idea who he was working for. Well, it's done now. There's no point in dwelling on it. Little point, I see. My brother may have been too hasty. He's right. What is done is done. You should return to the prince and let him know. Sure, man. Fine. It's and Servius said they were going to something called a Teomat. Makes sense. The Teomat is the center of all religion in Varlamore. The Teocan would have been eager to return to his home. You'll find a Teomat atop Realis's Rise. It's quite a long walk. I suggest you talk to Reckless Cento for a faster method of transportation. You shouldn't waste time. The prince will be eager to hear what you have found. Alrighty. As outside the palace, we're going to talk to Reckless Cento here by the Quetzal. Do you wish to return to Varak? No, I want to talk about the Teomat. Kwani. You'll be pleased to know that the prince has been granted me permission to give you your own Quetzal, free of charge. My own Quetzal? That's right. And I picked out one for you, the perfect one. This is Renu. She finished training not too long ago and has been eager for her first rider. Renu. Alright, Renu here is has experience as promise. So don't expect her to take you too far. However, she's more than capable of flying anywhere in Varlamore, provided there is somewhere suitable to land. So a landing spot like this. You find that there are plenty of landing spots across all the kingdom which you need to build, and more are being created all the time. You could even build a few of your own to have your own transportation system. Now, why don't you two properly introduce yourself with each other? I have the perfect thing. Quetzal feed. And give it to Renu. Hello, buddy. I have something for you. Kwani, I reckon she likes you. So the Teomat is going to be right here. It's kind of hard to see, but that's the mountains right there. So now you can travel to any location. You don't need to finish the rest of this quest to use the Quetzal transportation system across Varlamore. So you can leave the quest as is right now. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so enter inside the Teomat, and then we're going to talk to the prince here. In the south altar room. Nisal Tomas, welcome to Teomat. Nisal, my child. How goes your investigation? I found a letter to one of the knights, Balam. The letter instructed him to arrange the death of Sirius. Teomato, one of my own knights. I'll need to swiftly deal with this. Actually, it's already done. Ennis killed him. Excellent. That should be the fate of all traitors. Too fast, if you ask me. That's unfortunate. It would have been good to know who he was working for. No matter though, I'm sure we'll find another way of getting to the bottom of this. Does it not bother you how quickly Ennis killed him? It's a bit odd. Here in Varlamore, justice is delivered swiftly and harshly. Ennis may have taken that too literally. There's not much we can do about it now. The guy's dead. Don't you find it suspicious though, man? Like, I found a letter perfectly implicating one of the knights, and then he just kills him quickly without any questions. I'm a very seasoned adventurer. I've seen crazier things, man. The Tolas family have loyally served the rulers of Varlamore since the death of Emperor Imafor. For one of them to be a traitor is unthinkable. Really, dude. It's a very dangerous accusation. That said, the family does have a bit of history. How so? My family has always been the ruler of Varlamore. In fact, it was the Tolas family who reigned for the majority of the kingdom's history. That all ended when the good old Varlamore declared the kingdom to be his new empire. He celebrated by going on a nice little murder spree. One war later, and dear old Varlamore found himself without a head. Had that not happened, the throne would have been passed down to eventually Fury, I think. I believe she is a slighter older of the two. And you don't think this is a good reason for her and Ines to be traitors, to kill the Servius? Amerfor's death was 100 years ago, dude. His family had no love for him either. And they've loyally served us Arcans since then. Very true, but Demise has a valid concern. We need to be careful of assumptions, but it seems that it would be wise for us to keep an eye on the tallest twins from now on. Now, Demise, did your investigation uncover anything else? Mentioning of the Twilight's Promise and the Final Dawn. Twilight's Promise? I've never heard of that. Does that anything to do with the Twilight and missionaries? A nice religious cult that has an unhealthy obsession with the end of the world. They've never caused any problems before, so we just let them be. However, given this revelation, perhaps it's time to pay closer attention to their dealings. And the Final Dawn, what is that? Nothing more than blasphemy. It's not something we should waste time on. As you see, the Final Dawn is a bit of a controversial topic. It's a religious belief, and an official religious belief. It's an unofficial religious belief concerning the end of the world, similar to what the Fremniks have in Releka with the Jorgamond, or I guess at the end of things. Oddly enough, our friends in the Twilight mercenaries are big fans of it. So where can I learn more about this? It's not something I care about, but if anyone knows, it would be Metzli, the Siukan for the Dark Moon. The second we know are responsible for maintaining the library here. This includes dealing with any forbidden material. Metzli returned to the Teomat shortly before we did. Should be around here for you to ask questions. And once you talk to them, anyway, north here. And we're going to this is the library here. There's Metzli. After you talk to her, you have to kill 8 level 34 cultists. You can let the knights kill them, or you can also join in the fight. Up to you. Doesn't matter what you choose for combat styles. Yeah, and then after that, there's a cutscene, and that's the end of the quest. We meet again. Not a chance to counter, I see. The second we know better than most that time sees the end of all things. When are we gone? What remains? Knowledge must be passed on, lest it be gone forever. Alright, so what is a book without the right reader? Words can be misunderstood, misconstrued. That assumes those words were even right to begin with. Oh my god. Stop with the riddles. How many were the truths, I wonder? Alright, before we go down another rabbit hole of philosophy, I want to know about the Final Dawn. The Final Dawn, this is something I can help you with. But first, to understand the Final Dawn, you must understand the Moi. What is that? The word is a gift to us from those who walked the lands before we did, so before everyone established themselves here. They knew the truth of the world in a way we're going to dream of. You speak of the old ones, the Tasco. Yes, they understood the importance of passing on their knowledge. So much of what we know comes from them. So, what is it, Zemoy? Our war endures in a way we cannot understand. Its light will one day die, but it's not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced. You see, we are part of a cycle, something far larger than ourselves. When the time comes, Rallis and Renault will come together as one. Light and darkness to one. Consuming these lands in holy fire until there is nothing left but ash. Sounds terrible, man. But even ash embers remain, and from those embers a new world to be born. And the cycle will continue once more. This is Amoy. I think this sounds similar to the Aztec calendar theory. Back when people thought 2012 was the end of the year, was the end of humanity or something like that. So you think one day the world will end? That's quite something. Not think, no, this is a gift of knowledge, one that has been passed down from the old ones. But you say yourself, knowledge passed down can be misconstrued. How can anyone know the truth for sure? It's not like there were any old ones around for us to ask anyway. Indeed, and that's why this is just one interpretation. There are others out there. Track Trolley, the Final Dawn. What do they believe? They do not believe in the world that the world will end. They believe it is their duty to make it happen, to facilitate the process. They see it has a singular purpose and will stop at nothing to make it so. These people, you speak of the Twilight and missionaries. It is said that they are among those with this belief. I guess I better... Demise! Quickly outside! You have a bit of an issue. Alright, so now you have to kill a bunch of cultists. Oh, 8 cultists. You can let the knights kill them as well, but it may take like 10 minutes. So to speed this process up, you can just join into the fight and just kill everyone. And there you go. What happened? I'm sorry, my prince. We were not sure. None of the attackers made it inside, but Metzl has disappeared. Metzl? Surely not. She didn't do this. Thankfully, the blade missed his heart, but we should get him to the capital as soon as possible. So the Teomat of the light is now down. Of course, no time is wasted. Yes, sir, prince. Let's go at once. Wow. Well, this has been a bit of a mess. What do we do now? Word has been sent to my mother about what happened. While we hear back from her, I've already been thinking about a potential plan for how we might go about dealing with the cultist problem. However, let's not worry about this just now. Instead, I want to thank you for all you've done. You may be an outlander, but you really proved yourself to be a true friend of Varlamore. Thank you. Ikani. One quest point. The ability to use castles officially and the Civitas Illa Fortress teleport spell and tablet access and 3000 thieving speed. And this is going to be to another quest which I'll leave alone. So it sucks to be the Teomat of Rallis. The guy has been assassinated, has been attempted to be killed twice. Hopefully he survives the second time, but we'll see what is in store for this Varlamore kingdom.